Students, myself Sheikh Gulnaz. Now I am here with the topic of our Karnataka. Continuation of this chapter we are going to learn here. For the student of 6th standard and subject social science. Students, in the last class we have discussed about the Mysuru division and now we are dealing with the topic that is of Mysuru's district. Districts now we have, that is next district we have, that is Hassan district. The name Hassan has come from the temple Hassanamba. The temple is opened once in a year for public visit. So here students, the Hassan district got his name by the name of temple, that is Hassanamba. The temple is opened once in a year for public visit. So the temples of these districts are famous for Hoysala architecture. So during this dynasty they built many monuments and all students, Hoysalas and many other dynasties where their monuments are here. Because of this Hoysala's architecture, we can say the temples of these districts are famous. So villages like Gorur and Masale are famous. The Chinnakeshava temple on the banks of river Yagachi in Belur is known for its beautiful carvings. Belur was called Velapuri. Kedareshwara and Hoysaleshwara temples are in Halabedu. So here students, we can say that villages like Gorur and Masale are famous in this Hassan district, and the Chinnakeshava temple on the banks of river Yagachi in Beluru is known for its beautiful carvings. We can say carvings is nothing but students' designs that are on the stones by cave. So next Belur was called Vilapuri. So next Kedareshwara and Hoysaleshwara temples are in Halabedu. So next these temples have a history of more than 1,000 years old. So this place was called Dwara Samudra. Another marvelous place of this district is Shravanabelgola. So here students, in Shravanabelgola, by this name I think you got something in your mind, that what about this Shravanabelgola? A monolith statue of Bahubali which is 1,000 years old is here. We can see the statue of Bahubali, it is in Shravanabelgola. So its height is 58 feet height. So the Mahamastaka Bhishekara, that is nothing but ritual bathing of idols. So here students, we can say once in 12 years the bath will be given to that statue. So this ritual attracts visitors from national and international places, because it takes place once in a 12 years, the bath to that ideal statue of Buddha. So with the milk, and they used to bath that statue by using the milks and all. So the railway line between Hassan and Mangaluru has 58 tunnels. So traveling in these lines itself is adventurous. So if we can see the eight tunnels are there between Hassan and Mangaluru, that is 58 tunnels is there. So that will be very adventurous. So Sri H.D. Devagowda, the first Prime Minister from Karnataka, is from this district. So here one personality is there students who belongs to this district, that is first Prime Minister from Karnataka is from this district, that is Sri H.D. Devagowda. So next we have, that is Chikkamangaluru district. The Sharada Devi temple on the banks of river Tunga was established by Adi Shankaracharya. So here students, Sharada Devi temple on the banks of river Tunga was established by Adi Shankaracharya. So Chikkamangaluru city is 1034 meters above sea level. So it has a pleasant climate. So here we can say the district is a part of hilly areas known as Malinadu, because the district is having a part of hilly areas. Because of that, it is known as Malinadu. So it has dense forest. Bhadra Wildlife Sanctuary is in this district. It is also called Muthudi Animal Sanctuary. Here students, we can say the Bhadra Wildlife Sanctuary is in this district, in Chikkamangaluru district, and here it is also that Bhadra Wildlife Sanctuary is also called as Muthudi Animal Sanctuary. So apart from this, Olai Bird Sanctuary is also here. St. Andrew's Church, which was built in the 19th century, is there. So the famous Jamia Masjid is also there. Next we have that is Kimanugundi. Kimanugundi has a evergreen forest cover, so it has many waterfalls and it's 1400 meters above main sea level. So Krishna Vodayar Fort, bad build a bungalow to stay during summer season. Here the king, that is Krishna Raja Vodayar Fort, he built a bungalow to stay here in this place for while in the season of summer. So next we have that is scenic spots like Abbey Waterfalls, Mullayanagiri and Kalhatagiri are there. So here we can see the scenic spots is also there in this district, that is Chikmagaluru districts. We have that is Abbey Waterfalls, Mullayanagiri and Kalhatagiri. So this is a major tourist place. A rose garden of more than 1500 varieties is also there. In that rose garden we can see many varieties of flowers are there, students. And the Baba Budanagiri, which is in the Western Ghat, is also called as Chandradrona Parvata. So here the Dargah of Sufi saint is there, that is Baba Budan is here. So it is said that he introduced a coffee to India. So here students, that we have in the Chikmagaluru district, that is the Baba Budangiri, which is in the district Western Ghats, is also called as Chandradrona Parvata. So Parvata is nothing but, students, we can say mountain or hill. So here the Dargah of Sufi saint is there, that is Baba Budan is here in Chikmagaluru district, and it is said that he introduced coffee to India. Here who introduced coffee to India here, students? That is Baba Budan. So next we have that is Devanuru, the birthplace of Kannada's famous poet Lakshmisha, is in this district. So here students, he is Jaimini Bharata is Kannada's most popular book. The rivers Tungabhadra, Hemavati, Netravati and Vedavati are born in this district. So here students, the images is there of monuments which are located in that is in this district. That is Sharada Devi Temple, Srinagar, Baba Budangiri Dargah is there. So we can see the St. Andrew's Church is also here. So here student, the Devanuru, the birthplace of Kannada's famous poet, that is Lakshmisha, is in this district. So here his book is there, that Jaimini Bharata is Kannada's most popular book. So the rivers like Tungabhadra, Hemavati, Netravati and Vedavati are born in this district. So next we have that is Mandya district. Mandya was formed in the year 1938 by dividing Mysuru district. So it is said that the sage Mandavya did penance here, so which in turn gave the name Mandya. So here students, we can say the Mandya district was formed in the year 1938 by dividing the Mysuru district, and it is said that the sage Mandavya did penance here, so which in turn gave the name, that is Mandya. So sugarcane and paddy are the main crops of this district. India's first big sugar factory was started here in the year 1933. In which district, students? In Mandya district. So the district has numerous rice mills. In order to encourage agriculture, government has established agricultural research stations at Gundalu in 1957. At Shivalli, there is a seed production center. So students, here we can say that here in Mandya district, here the crops they used to grow is sugarcane and paddy. So they are the main crops, we can say. So next, India's first big sugar factory of India, the main crop, it was the sugar factory which was introduced in the year, or which was started in the year 1933. The district has numerous rice mills are there, we cannot count them, means more and more. So in order to encourage agriculture, government has established agricultural research stations at Gundalu in the production of agriculture, and in the year 1958. So at Shivalli, there is a seed production center is also there. Next we can see here Srirangapatna of this district is a historical and religious center. So this was the capital city of Vodayar dynasty till British took over it in the year 1799. So here students, Srirangapatna of this district is a historical and religious center. So this was the capital city of Vodayar dynasty till British took over it in the year 1799. Before it has came to the British control, that Srirangapatna was it was a capital of Vodayars. So next there are many masjids, arms, depots and fort constructed by Tipu Sultan in this palace, or we can say this place. So the tombs of Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan are in Gol Gumbaz or in Gumbaz. Tipu Sultan are in Gumbaz. So students, here we can say historical monument is there like Gol Gumbaz. Here the Gumbaz is also there of Tipu Sultan. It is in Mysuru. So Darya Daulat, the summer palace of Tipu Sultan, is a major tourist attraction. Here the palace is there which was built by Tipu Sultan. Darya Daulat its name. So here the summer palace of Tipu Sultan is major tourist attraction. So here we can see that Krishna Raja Sagara Dam, Srirangapatna Temple, Darya Daulat Bagh. So here it is the images of historical monuments which are situated in these places, districts. So this city is on the banks of river Kaveri. Mandya district is the city on the banks of river Kaveri. Srirangapatna is the patron god of this town. Next, the temple of Sri Rangapatna is established in a spacious place. So, the temples of Sri Rangapatna are there in all the three islands created by river Kaveri. So, the first temple is in Sri Rangapatna, the second it is in Shivana Samudra, and the third temple it is in Srirangam of Tamil Nadu. So, the Paschima Vahini is sacred to all Hindus. Apart from this, Adhinath Tirthankara Basadis is also there. So a church is there in Ganjam that was built by Abi Dubes. So this town is a center of bullock cart production. Students, here in this city it is situated on the banks of Kaveri. Which district here, students? That city, that is here the Srirangapatna is the patron god of this town. This town is the patron of this town is Srirangapatna. The temple of Srirangapatna is established in a spacious place. So spacious place means we can say a special place. The temples of Srirangapatna are there in all the three islands created by river Kaveri. So the temples of Srirangapatna, we can say the island, the places are near the sea, they are built in that places in the sides of river Kaveri. So the first temple it is in Srirangapatna. The second it is in the Shiva Samudra. And the third temple is in Srirangam of Tamil Nadu. The Paschima Vahini is the sacred of all Hindus. So apart from this, Adinatha Tirthankara's Basadi is also there. So a church it is in the Ganjam that was built by Abi Dubes. This town is a center of bullock cart production. So next, Boppe Gaudana Pura, the village where the sacred grave of Manteswami is present. So here students, Boppe Gaudana Pura is the village of sacred village, we can say. Grave of Manteswami is present here. So Ranganath 2 bird sanctuary, Pandavapura, Melakote, Shivana Samudra, which has a Gangana Chukki waterfalls, and Adi Chanchanagiri are some of the interesting places of this district. So the Adi Chanchanagiri Mutt runs schools and colleges, as I said you in the last classes, students, about Adi Chanchanagiri Mutt. And next, a Sanskrit school established in the year 1854 is in Malakote. So Parakala Mutt, Ahobala Mutt and Yati Raja Mutt are there in the Melokote. So here students, we can see here that the city it is situated in the Kaveri, beside the Kaveri, on the banks of river Kaveri. So next, about Boppe Goda we got here, that is Boppe Godanapura is a sacred village. In that grave is there of Manteswami is present here. So Ranganatittu birth sanctuary, Pandavapura, Malakote, Shivana Samudra, which has a Gangana Chukki waterfalls, and Adi Chanchanagiri are some of the interesting places of this district. So Adi Chanchanagiri Mutt runs schools and colleges. Students, Mutt is nothing but students a religious institution. So a Sanskrit school established in the year 1854 is in Melokote. So Parakala Mutt, Ahubala Mutt and the Yati Raja Mutt are there in Malakote. So these here we have next that is Krishna Raja Sagara Dam, is the lifeline of Mandya district. So this dam is built across river Kaveri, provides irrigation facilities to the districts of Mandya and Mysuru. This was built under the guidance of Sir M. Vishveshwaraya. It is named after Krishna Raja Wadeyar Fort, who was instrumental in its construction. So it was built in the year 1932. This is not only an irrigation dam, it also provides drinking water to the cities of Mysuru. So here students, next we have this, now we can see the monument place is there, that is of Krishna Raja Sagara Dam. So here student, we can say it is the lifeline of Mandya district. So this dam is built across the river Kaveri, provides irrigation facilities to the districts of Mandya and Mysuru. Because of this reason, this dam is known as the lifeline of Mandya district. So this was built under the guidance of Sir M. Vishveshwaraya. So here students, Sir M. Vishveshwaraya, he was an engineer. So it is named after, the name of Krishna Raja Sagara Dam was named after the Krishna Raja Wadeyar Fort. So who was the instrumental in its constructions? So it was built in the year that Krishna Raja Sagara Dam, which was built in the year 1932. So this is not only an irrigation dam, it also provides drinking water facilities to the cities of Mysuru and Bangalore. So there is another dam across river Kaveri at Salim in Tamil Nadu. So we have, that is another dam is out there at Salim in Tamil Nadu. So next district we have, that is Kodagu district. So here students, Kodagu is famous as the Kashmir of Karnataka. So after the decline of Keladi rulers, Halleri kings ruled Kodagu from 1600 to 1834. So the Britishers took over the kingdom in 1834. Kodagu was merged with Karnataka state in 1956. So this district is a hilly area. So the customary attire of these people is unique. So the Hutteri festival of harvest is celebrated during harvest season. So here students, Kodagu is a district, or it is known as the Kashmir of Karnataka. So after the decline of Keladi rulers, Halleri kings ruled Kodagu from the year 1600 to 1834. So the Britishers took over the kingdom in the year, this kingdom, Kodagu district, under their control in the year 1834. So the Kodagu was merged with Karnataka state in the year 1956. They mixed with Karnataka, Kodagu district that mixed with Karnataka in the year 1956. So this district is a hilly area. So hilly area is there. So the customary attire of these people is unique. We can say the way they used to deal is unique, different. So the Hottari is a festival of harvest. So it is celebrated during the harvest season. So next, the Kodagu is a famous tourist place. The Tala Kaveri, the birthplace of river Kaveri, Abbe waterfalls, Irupe waterfalls, Dubare elephant camp are known tourist spots. In the Kodagu districts here, students, the famous tourist places we have, that is Tala Kaveri, the birthplace of river Kaveri, Abbe waterfalls, Irupu waterfalls, Dubare elephant camp are the known tourist spots. So the Kodagu is the next to Chikkamangaluru in coffee production in India. Next to Chikkamangaluru students, second, that is Kodagu. They are the production. They used to product the coffee. So next, it is the smallest district in Karnataka. It has 3 taluks. Kodagu form major part of the population. Kodavas form major part of the population. The tribes like Kodia, Malikodia, along with Muslims and Christians, form the remaining part of the population. The church in Virajpet is attractive. The church is there. It is a very attractive in this place. Okay, students, that church is at Virajpet. So here students, we can say the peoples, those are tribes. Tribe peoples like Kodia, Malikodia, along with Muslims and Christians form the remaining part of the population. Here the population of the peoples they used to live here is the tribe peoples, that is Kodia, Malikodia, along with Muslims and Christians. So next we have, that is Dakshina Kannada district. So this is a famous coastal district. It has a popular port. This aids in the exports and import business. So fishing, rolling, bidis, processing of cashew nuts and agriculture are the major occupation of the people. The coastal area was once a part of Madras state. So but Britishers divided Canara into Dakshina Kannada and Uttara Kannada in 1860. So Dakshina Kannada remained with the Madras state, whereas the Uttara Kannada was made part of Bombay region. So these districts became part of Karnataka in 1956. Students, here in Dakshina Kannada, it is a famous coastal district. So it has a popular port also. So this adds its export. Here we can say the import and exports of businesses is there. Businesses of fishing, ruling, beedies, processing of cashew nuts and agriculture are the major occupations of people. Here the people used to do this professions are there. So the coastal area was once a part of Madras state. Before it was once a part of Madras state, but Britishers divided Kannada into Dakshina Kannada and the Uttara Kannada in 1860. So here students, what happened? The Britishers divided Kannada into Dakshina Kannada and Uttara Kannada in the year 1860. So the Dakshina Kannada remained with Madras state, whereas the Uttara Kannada was made part of Bombay region. So this district became a part of Karnataka in the year 1956. So, the Dakshina Kannada is divided into two geographical areas, the coastal belt which includes Mangaluru and Bandewala taluks, the hilly area that includes Puttur, Beltangadi and Sulya taluks. This is a major commercial center. Next, the Panambur is built here. The Panambur port is known for the export of business. Nava Mangaluru port is built here. There is an international airport in Bajpayee of Bangalore. So Mangaluru. So Dakshina Kannada is divided into students two geographical areas. The two geographical areas that is here, the coastal belts which includes Mangaluru and Bantwala taluks, the hilly area that includes Puttur, Beltangadi and Sulya taluks. So here these are the two geographical areas of Dakshina Kannada. So there is a major commercial center also. So Panambur port is known for the export business. So Nava Mangaluru port is built here. There is an international airport in Bajpayee of Mangaluru. So here students, we can say the historical places is there in these divisions. 1000 Pillar temple is there of Moda Bidere, Manjunath temple of Dharmashthala. So Juma Masjid Ullal, Saint Aloysius Church. So here these are the historical places, religious places here. So next, Netravati, Payasvini and Kumaradhara are the major rivers of this district. So here students, the rivers here we have, that is Netravati, Payasvini and Kumaradhara are the major rivers of this district. So here students, the district has many religious centers. As I showed you just now the pictures of this place, religious places are now I showed you. So the monolithic Komateshwar idol is in Vinoru. So Sri Manjunath temple is there. So Mudambidire is a famous Jain religious center. There are many Vasadis here. So Dharmasthala is a popular religious place here. The Durga Parameshwari temple of Katilu is very popular. So next we have, that is Gokaranatheshwara temple of Kudroli is another known religious center. Apart from this, Saint Aloysius Church and Milagres Church are well known. The Juma Masjid of Ullal is a famous of reference for Muslims. So the next, Nisar Gandhama of Pilikola is established in more than 350 acres of land. So Dr. Shivaram Karanth Biopark is housed here. So Folklore Museum, Science Center and Architecture Center are also here and are attractive children and elders alike. So here students, as I showed you the religious pictures also of this place, religious and historical places. Just now I showed you about that, and also this image of Saint Aloysius Church and Milagres churches are well known here. Next we have, that is the Nisar Gandhama of Pilikola is established in more than 350 acres of land, students here. So here Dr. Shivaram Karanth Biopark is housed here. So here he is a famous personality. Folklore Museum, Science Center and Architecture Center are also here. So and are attracting for children and also for elders. So the district is known for Nagarandhane worship of snakes. Kambala, Bhutakola are other various rituals. This district is an important education center for the state. Mangaluru, Surat Khala and Sulia have become important education centers of the district. So there are many research centers here. So there are many beautiful beaches in the district which attract many tourists. Now let us see the another district, that is Udupi district. So here the images is there, students, which are situated here. Sri Krishna Temple Udupi, Karkala Gomata, St. Lawrence Church. So Udupi district was formed in the year 1997 by dividing Dakshina Kannada district. So the Arabian Sea is to the west and eastern Ghats is there to the east of the district. So Udupi has the Aracanate and coconut groves along with paddy fields. So the temple of Krishna is here. It is said that the ideal of Sri Krishna was installed by the Dvaita philosopher Madhvacharya. So it is also said that the Lord Krishna turned on his own from the east to the western direction to provide a view to Kanakadasa. The spot where this view was given is called Kanakana Kindi. So the temple Mukamika is on Kudachadi Hills. So the 42 feet idol of Gomadeshwar of Kankala is also popular. So yes, students, Udupi district was formed in 1997 by dividing Dakshina Kannada district. So the Arabian Sea is to the west and eastern Ghats is there to the east of the district. So Udupi has arecanut and coconut groves along with paddy fields. Here they used to you can see the these plants trees. The temple of Krishna is here. It is said that the ideal of Sri Krishna was installed by Dvaita philosopher, that is Madhvacharya. So it is also said that the Lord Krishna turned on by his own from east to west direction to provide a view to the Kanakadasa. So the spot where this view was given is called Kanakana Kindi. So the temple of Mukambika is on Kodachadri Hills. The 42 feet idol of Gomateshwar of Karakala is also popular. So the Rashtra Kavi Govinda Pai Research Center is in Udupi. Malpe, Manipal, Kondapur, Madarti, Kota, Kapu, Barkur, Maravante are some of the popular places. So Manipal is evolving as a major educational center. Barkur was once a famous port city. Business was carried out here by Dutch and Portuguese. Paddy, coconut, arecanut and cashew nuts are the major crops of this district. Malpe is an all-season fishing port. St. Mary's Island is also popular island. So here students, Rashtrakavi Govinda Pai Research Center is in Udupi, Malpe, Manipal, Kondapur. Mandarti, Kota, Kapu, Barkur, Maravante are some of the famous popular places, students, where we can see the Rashtrakavi Govind Pai. So here Manipal is evolving as a major educational center. So Barkur was one of the famous port city. Business was carried out here by Dutch and Portuguese. In this place, business was carried out by the Dutch and the Portuguese. Paddy, coconut, arecanut and cashew nuts are the major crops of this district. So Malpe is an all-season fishing port. St. Mary's Island is also popular island. So here the image is there of Mysore University students. Talakaveri, Mangaluru port. So exercise there for you students. So solve it. Make a list of commercial crops grown in Mysore division. Name 2 ports in Dakshina Kannada and Udupi districts. Name the places which have Gomateshwara stretches in these divisions. Where does river Kaveri originate? So these are the exercise questions are there, students. So you have to solve it off. Thank you, students. If you have any questions or doubt relating to this topic, however, we have finished our first sem. Next we will continue. In the next class, I will be going to explain you about the next part 2, sem 2. So students, if you have any doubt or any questions relating to this topic, you can ask me. So thank you for watching my video, students.